follows a retired soldier-turned-reporter who is given a coveted interview with a death row inmate. What he learns thrusts him into Atlanta's shadowy underworld, where he'll have to utilize his military training to survive being hunted for having information that could topple the most powerful ruling class in the city. This full-color graphic novel is available in hardcover, paperback, and pocketbook editions. Crowdfunding now through Dinales.com.
Look at that. We're live for another Joking Adventure Hour. This is Thursday, June 18, 2026. Hello to X Rumble and BitChute. Hello to YouTube. Hello to Lurkers Bots. Hello to the chat. And normally I would say hello to George, but George is still indisposed. So when he jumps in, we'll say hello to George. Before we get started with the news, be sure to get your copy of The Immortal Mask, 200-page graphic novel on sale now at Dinales.com, CriticalBlast.com, and Amazon.com. Oh, yeah. First up is the Daily Wire. Tom Hanks was present at the opening of the Obama Presidential Library in Chicago. He had a few comments to say.
Your family for so long.
Storytelling with you.
Oh,
yeah, thank you. Thanks for that.
Come on.
Doris Kearns Goodwins is here. It's great to see you.
What can I do for the 800 people
Jacob
watching
Soboroff.
MS Now?
We're live on MS
All right,
Now.
add a zero to it if you need to.
I would say millions now that you're on our air.
All right.
How'd you feel to be here today? Your family.
Even Tom Hanks knows he's cooked. Or you know, if you want to be conspiratorial, his brother Jim, who's subbing for him, his brother Jim Hank, you know. Tales of Badge and Blaze, his ramp must have been rotten. With friends like these, who needs enemy? Wow. All right, bud, let's send it.
Rock and roll! You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, bud. I'm still wondering where that other part came from. His crush must have attracted it. Just came out of nowhere. Just in news, John Solomon has something to say.
One programming note. I want to make sure everybody on this show is aware of it. I put it as a disclaimer on all my shows. I mentioned it on my podcast today. For the next couple of months, I'm working as an unpaid government employee to help the government identify documents that can be released to the public. It's your information, after all. Bureaucrats keep us from it. I have an opportunity to help the government identify some documents, some secrets, some things you should know about when it comes to weaponization, election integrity, other things. We're going to work on that. But during that time, I just want you to know, I've stepped aside as the editor-in-chief of Just the News. I still do my reporting. We're still going to do the amazing show here with Amanda. But I want everybody to know that I'm doing this. I'm unpaid. I don't take any money from the government. I think it's a good role for a journalist to play, getting more information out. But I want you to know personally
that he's a government
one
employee.
Programming note. I want to make sure.
Oh boy, some information's going to happen. Colin Rudd, Croatia fans wear a cowboy hat in Texas because he wants to try to be like the locals. All right.
Now you have the cowboy hat on. Talk to me about why did you decide to wear it today?
Because we went to Fort Worth and we decided to try to be like locals as possible as we can. So, and especially heat. Heat is unbearable here.
Now you have the cowboy hat on. Talk to me about why did you decide to wear it today?
Interesting. Hey, are you guys feeling better now that your other people are seeing the greatness of America? or the positive aspect of the country after a drought of negativity. It's like, I wonder if that's the case. Well, Tree Apes, California Democrats just passed all these brand new taxes last night at midnight so no one would notice. California families can expect about 400 increases on taxes with their health insurance and higher payroll taxes.
So yesterday, CNN put out an amazing piece with all the facts about how broken California's model of government is. And then just today, we see a new budget that just takes us further in that wrong direction. More spending, more borrowing billions. I've been going through it. Running deficits, draining the reserves, and worst of all, when we have the highest cost of living in the country, more and higher taxes. A new tax on software, a higher payroll tax on jobs. For $3.5 billion total tax increases, including a $400 tax on health insurance. We already have the highest costs in the country. People can't take it. We don't need more of the same like this budget does. We need change in California.
So some of these taxes he's talking about are the new tax on software, but the big one that people need to be aware of is the health insurance related tax. So this is a proposal to the Managed Care Organization tax renewal. So what this is going to do is it's going to increase the healthcare costs of everyone in California because insurance companies aren't going to pay for this increase. Their insurance say costs will pass through, leading to average insurance premiums increasing by $100 per year per individual. So that's $400 a year for a family of 4. And then if you look down here too, you got higher payroll taxes coming to California too. And this is what happens when you can't vote people out because they rig it with mail-in ballots. They can do anything they want because you can't vote them out.
Yeah, eventually something's going to pop. I don't know what's going to pop, but it's going to pop. Insider paper just in, Elon Musk backs JD Vance after Vice President Vance directly calls out Israel cabinet members for their reported attacks on President Trump's valid points. Nick Sortors, wow, JD Vance directly calls out Israel cabinet members for their personal attacks on President Trump. Donald J. Trump is the only head of state in the entire world who is sympathetic to the nation of Israel at this moment in time, and he happens to be the head of the state of the world superpower. If I was in the cabinet of the Israel government, I might not be attacking the only powerful ally that I have anywhere left in the world. The other thing I would say is that over the last 3 months, 2/3 of the defensive weapon that protected your homeland has been built by American hands and paid by American tax dollars. The problem for Israel is not Donald J. Trump, and anyone in Israel who think their biggest problem is the President of the United States needs to wake up and smell the reality of the situation that the country is in. Yeah, I believe that's a valid point, Mr. Vice President. If they're a sovereign country, why do they need weapons paid by us? I don't get that. It doesn't make any sense. Why would we pay for another country's defense? What's that? It doesn't make any sense. Insider Wires, breaking. FBI raids Los Angeles Skid Rows in a major voter fraud investigation amidst election bribery allegations. And right here, FBI descends on Skid Rows in massive voter fraud probe after stunning claims of election bribery. You don't say! Wow. And Director Kash Patel has more to add. Securing our election is the utmost priority for this FBI, so if you mess with our election, we will find you. Huh. Interesting. Eric, the Texas Rangers are the one and only Major League Baseball team refusing to host a Pride Night. They're actually running a Faith and Family Night this week. Base. Rangers are the only team that does not host a Pride Night this week. They're hosting the Faith and Family Night instead. Reports out. Huh. Will they get fined? Maybe. And if they do, it's a violation of First Amendment. It's an open and shut case. Kirill Dmitriev, a complete British media blackout of this rape of Britain report of 250,000 plus victim. Disgraceful and evil, as this confirms that the UK media is complicit and buttress the horrible status quo of the institutionalized rape in Ukraine. Sorry, not Ukraine, UK. Rupert Lowe, MP, the rape of Britain. Rape gangs operate and have operated in at least 149 local authority districts across the United Kingdom. Suspected confirmed. It's an invasion, man. Come on, man. Evasion. Normally you would say evasion. Invasion. Come on, man. Come on. Next up. The U.S. Department of Labor. Today, U.S. Department of Labor is officially putting governors on notice. Unemployment benefits are for Americans who need temporary assistance, not fraudster. The states that failed to protect taxpayer dollars and combat unemployment fraud could lose federal funding for the first time ever. The days of turning a blind eye to fraud are over. Read more. The Wall Street Journal. State unemployment program targeted in federal anti-fraud campaign. Trump administration sends warning to all 50 states about complying with major measures to stop alleged fraud. Huh. Crazy. There's going to be a lot of fraud happening. Lucy, no more welfare checks for yours. Breaking in Illinois, man captured the moment a tornado destroyed his home in Effingham. Video shows the homeowner Trevor Keek sitting in the wreckage thanking God after surviving the storm. Yeah, that was a miracle.
Oh my gosh.
Vaughn Gothro says, seems that the FBI follows Nick Shirley and seems like Nick is American Sherlock. Yeah, apparently so. Without the opiate addiction.
Oh, there's a tornado outside right now. Oh my gosh. What in the world just happened? Jesus. Oh my gosh. What in the world just happened? Well, this was insane. I mean, I feel alright. I got scraped up. That was insane. The whole house that I'm living in just got torn to pieces. I was flying around my house. I think I'm good though. Oh, my car's tore up. My whole house is tore up.
Wow. Yeah. That's going to be the best day of his life. To survive something that could have killed him.
Oh, I need to get back under there.
Get in where?
I think I'm good. It doesn't seem like my head's bleeding at all.
You should go get checked.
The Lord saved me. I was pleading for Jesus as I was just going through that. The Lord saved me. I thought I could die. I definitely could have died. Did you not just see my house? I don't even know what to do right now. Please, Lord, just let this storm be over.
Huh. Interesting. I hope he gets back on his feet quickly. MJ Truth Ultra. A huge storm was set to hit during Washington, D.C. during the UFC White House 250 event, then miraculously split into two and went around the White House.
Right. We have like the military, you know, right? We got like the best guys in the world. We're absolutely positively getting hit. It's going to hit. So we got a team. We're ready. When it hits, we're going to get out there and clean everything up as best we can. And then we're going to go on at 9 o'clock. Okay.
Right.
I think it was 9 o'clock, between 9 and 9:30. Okay.
Right.
We're going to go after the rain. The storm comes and splits at the White House and goes around the White House in the ellipse.
Like divine intervention.
Well, the president believes that to his core, that, it was divine intervention.
I saw the radar images, Dana, and right, it's like a big ass storm, and then it's like gone, and then it's back again.
Right. We have like the military, right? We got like the best guys in the world.
Hey, George.
Hi. Sorry, I'm late.
Yep. So the storm broke in two.
Yeah, it split around the White House.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was Providence, I believe it's called.
Yeah, Providence or Harpa, whatever you want to believe in. Your choice your choice of beliefs,
Yeah.
Tony, foreigners here for the World Cup discover Fort Worth, Texas for the first time. This place is definitely not real.
Yeah.
This place is definitely not real. This place.
I guess they never watched a Western, eh?
They thought it was fake, like a movie, It's like going to Disneyland and then you're like, I didn't think this was real.
That castle is real.
Yeah, there's a real castle. Autism Capital. The United Kingdom is going to announce an additional restriction on July for VPN usage, on top of the social media restriction and mandated online identity verification. It's over, UK. You sold out your own society. Absolutely tragedy. Very sad.
I said yesterday to MPs I'll come back in July with a further statement around VPNs, but also additional measures that we want to look at, further restrictions on AI chatbots that parents have found very worrying, more about overnight curfews or breaks in doom scrolling for 16 and 17-year-olds. So yesterday's announcement was the first of the measures, and the reason that we have done that is the sooner we make a decision on the main question of the ban, the sooner we can get it through Parliament and the sooner it will come into practice, because many families are desperate for this to happen. And I listened particularly to bereaved families who said every week, every month you delay this, more children are put at risk. And I took that very seriously.
I've just had a message in the last few minutes from a bereaved mum who's appeared on this programme several times over the last couple of years, who has been campaigning and welcomes broadly what you've said, but is really frustrated that there aren't more answers on VPNs, on Face ID. And it feeds into this criticism from Ian Russell, doesn't it, at the weekend, that this whole thing has been rushed.
Well, before we made this announcement, people said we were taking too long and we were too slow. Some people are now saying that this is rushed. I think it was the right thing to do, to have the consultation, to hear different views, including from Ian Russell and the Molly Rose Foundation, and I take those concerns very, very seriously. We have tried to move as quickly as possible on the main issue of the ban so we get that big line in the sand, that big change, in place as quickly as possible. We'll make further statements in July about VPNs and additional restrictions, because I think the bottom line is this, like 9 out of 10 parents who responded to our consultation want a ban. They are crying out for help. They feel
I doubt it.
What kind of bullshit's that?
Yeah,
the parents don't know how to parent.
Yeah, that's basically what they're saying. Their adult citizens don't know how to parent their kids.
Every day with their children, they're faced by this tidal wave of stuff their kids are seeing.
It's simple. You tell your kids, okay, kids, no more social media for today.
Yeah,
you only get 1 hour.
Just take the internet away from them.
Duh. This is so ridiculous.
Yeah.
So dumb. All right, Catherine Hedrich. Declassify FBI analysis 9/11 hijackers' phones records in Saudi Arabia support network at Jerry Nadler, at Representative Dan Goldman, at Nicole Melotakis. State foreign actors provide key assistance to Al-Qaeda, in carrying out the September 11 attack that killed nearly 3,000 people at the World Trade Center at the Pentagon in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. We're gonna the first part of it is starting to come out, George. It's gonna,
yeah.
It's most likely it's like, oh look, it's the Saudi Arabian, and then they're gonna dig deeper and find out, oh no, it's actually from Iran trying to trick the United States think it's Saudi Arabia, and then you're going to dig a little bit deeper, and you're going to find that it's an ally of ours, possibly. You know,
or it could be from the mirror universe.
Yeah, this government is toast. Polymark, Cuba Communist Party approves sweeping free market reforms in an unprecedented move to open the economy. AK, they have to. They have no choice. Their government is already capitulated to the United States, George.
Oh boy.
Basil the Great, EU Parliament erupts.
All right, what's going on here?
So basically, the EU just voted 418 to 280 in favor of deporting all the illegal migrants easier. So all the EU country are starting to kick all the migrants out. So all
you know it's not going to happen. They voted for Brexit. Brexit, was it 2-3 times?
No,
and the government said nope.
No.
We're not going to respect that.
No, that's UK. This is the EU.
UK, EU, what's the difference? They both got two letters to their name.
You know, they overlap on the U. Maybe it's EK. EK?
Uh-huh.
EK. Or K or kick.
I'm calling it. Nothing's going to happen because, like I said, the people who are the non-elected people who are in charge will not allow it to happen.
I know. I mean, look at the migrants here. Very orderly.
Oh my God! They know how to cross the crosswalk.
Yeah. Think about it. The ones that know how to stop and learn how to understand this is the ones that keep reading. It's natural selection, George.
Good gosh.
You know, George, you know what this reminds me of?
Go on.
It reminds me of when somebody was asking questions like, why doesn't orcas, an apex predator, ever attacks human beings, right?
Yeah.
And I would say, hey, do you know that comedian Gabriel Iglesias, who's also known as Fluffy? And he was telling a story about his time when he was on a Snoop Dogg's podcast TV show, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's relating the story that he's smoking a blunt. It's like, oh no, Fluffy's smoking a blunt. It's off brand for him, for his Fluffy brand, but he still did it anyways because he's a comedian.
Yeah.
Anyways, suddenly he's like listening to music, and this music is all Mexican music, right?
Yeah.
And he was like a little worried because Fluffy says, I didn't know that Snoop would know that he's playing Mexican cartel music. And then Gabriel says afterwards, he's like, you know what type of music this is? And Snoop Dogg, without a hesitation, gangsta knows gangsta.
Okay. What does that have to do with the wild hogs knowing how to navigate the road?
Oh, simple. So going back to why orcas don't attack humans is because orca recognize us humans as apex predator. How does this relate to hogs? Hogs realize, hey, if we follow the rules that these apex predators abide by, then we don't get molested and we can move freely and keep population.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Look at them.
Yeah, it's natural selection, George. They realize if I act wild and crazy, I get killed. If I act in the bounds of the rules like a civilized creature, they leave us alone. See? The same thing with orcas. Orcas, remember, whalers? We would hunted those whales. So they have long memory. So, and they remember, it's like, hey, don't mess with these four-legged ape creature things because they'll kill you with sharp things.
Yeah.
So what do the wild orcas do? They don't mess with you. They rescue us and says, like, if you find them, give them back, save them, and they'll leave you alone. Maybe they'll give you a treat.
Unbelievable.
It's like when you go to the camping, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're out in the wild, and basically no animal comes near you.
Mm-hmm.
You think it's about the fire, right?
Yeah.
No, it's not just the fire. It's your smell. It's your sounds. Remember, our ancestor killed very effectively apex predators for millions of years.
Okay, yeah.
So, survival. We domesticated wolves to be our best friends.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. Eric, pressure is surging for the Save American Act because California might determine control of the House system. Remember, the whole country might be waiting for weeks. Fraud is off the charts, and California legalized it. Abolish mail-in election month now, and stop illegals and non-citizens from having the chance to vote. Get it done soon. It will be a total nightmare if we are watching the late mail-in votes come in to decide Democrat control of the House. Late results generate mistrust. This is so beautiful because it's so in your face that even the people asleep who don't even hear this would be like, saying, is that true? What? I can't believe it's true.
Yep.
So this is basically, listen.
They're sacrificing California to take control of the whole country.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, Trump can always do an executive order that will be basically Save American Acts and still and still win a majority needed for the House and Senate. And then the new House and Senate will be You get rid of all the leftovers that were against him because guess what? He'll be primarying them out like he's doing right now.
Yeah.
His people in. Come on, Gothbro. The Costco and Bucky's. It's Bucky's. Not Bucky C's. Bucky will be built in Cuba because they surrender. Canada missed out.
I don't think Canada cares about Bucky's.
Yeah. I mean, they have their beaver tails.
Yeah.
All right. So, Liz Churchman, wow, I can't believe Obama just said this. The founder fell terribly short of the Declaration promise leaving slavery intact, allowing the states to restrict the franchise to white men who own property. You know, it looks like a giant trash can, doesn't it?
Pretty much. It's like those receptacles that are supposed to be connected to the photocopy machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just trash. You know what the craziest thing about this is? Like, yeah, the Constitution as a compromise had three quarters of a person, which were blacks, and then we fought a civil war, and then we had a constitutional amendment, the 13th Constitution, good sir, that abolished slavery, except when you're arrested and you're a federal criminal, which you are a slave to the basically a slave to the state until you mail out your punishment. And then you had the 14th Constitution to kind of clarify that, slaves are Americans and their children are Americans. By the way, the opening arguments for the birthright citizenship question happened today. And everybody's kind of waiting on bated breath what Amy Cohen Barrett's going to decide, because if she votes with the conservative, then Robert's going to vote with the conservative. If she votes for the liberals, then Robert's going to vote for the liberals.
What? Jesus Christ. Doesn't Roberts have a backbone?
Robert's a dick. He's a pussy. He's a rhino. If there was such a thing as a rhino in the Supreme Court. He's a fake milquetoast. No, he's not even milquetoast. He's a left-leaning judge that pretends to be conservative.
Gee whiz.
Fox News terror plot targeting the UFC Freedom 250 event at the White House was allegedly led by illegal immigrants, according to Department of Homeland Security. Official says a Mexican national, Abraham Hermosillo Alvarez, was arrested by the FBI in Omaha on the day of the event before ICE lodged a detainer against him. The minister states that Alvarez was the ringleader of the failed attack and will face justice before being deported from U.S. Alvarez came to the United States as a child and was granted deportation relief through DACA. So this was a dreamer. One of the dreamers that Obama said that we should stay in the country, George.
It's not looking good, man. It's not looking good.
In 2014, after he failed to leave the country when his B-2 visa expired in 2001. Tis. Oh, by the way, what they were trying to do, George, of this alleged attack was to cause explosion and launch drones to make panic and have people run in certain areas where there would be snipers on the roof, where groups of snipers would be shooting at people to cause more mayhem and chaos.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. This was a targeted attack that got prevented.
Wow.
All right. By the way, so this teen takeover event is now organic. Las Vegas Sheriff Mick Mahill, new policy: cars used for teen takeovers are now getting shredded. So this is in Las Vegas. So apparently teen takeover isn't an isolated incident. This is an organized situation.
Wait a minute. The teens were stupid enough to drive their parents' cars to the whatever?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Now the teens are going to have to explain why their cars were seized and now destroyed permanently. Yeah, Mom, I went to that teen takeover event, and the car that I drove in, the car you loaned me, got destroyed into a cube the size of my fist.
We can have it as an ornament on the Christmas tree.
Yeah. All right. And then this from Eric. This is Air Force One's last ride before President Trump's new epic iteration is unveiled. The first flight could be for 47 July 3rd trip to Mount Rushmore. So basically the 29,000, they got the wrong number, missing 0, is ending service. So this one is ending services, and then the future one is going to be the one that's looking on the bottom. So the last flight of this one is done.
Wow.
Thank you for your service, Aquarius. Colonel Watkins responds exactly like a mafia. And this is responding to the Blaine Holt. It's a mafia, organized crime.
Why aren't you telling all your cardiologists to study how magnesium prevents heart attacks and strokes? Why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you educating people that salt is required to keep your blood pressure normal? And why would the American Heart Association threaten the Lancet in Britain in 2016 for publishing a research study on salt, that the higher your salt goes up, it has been found in 50 countries. The more salt you eat, the lower your blood pressure comes and lower the risk for heart attacks and strokes. And when they published that study after a 20-year research study, it was a 450,000 people in 49 countries, largest study ever looking at salt consumption and heart disease risk.
Because then the uncomfortable truth about cholesterol comes into play.
Yeah.
Where your highest your cholesterol, the higher your cholesterol, the longer life you have, the less likely you're going to have heart attacks and strokes. This is not by me. I'm just paraphrasing Dr. Peter McCullen. You can always talk to your doctors, and
we're not advocating any medical advice.
Exactly. We're just relaying information we heard.
Risk factors. They found that those people that consume 3 and 4 times the amount the FDA recommends have the best heart outcomes, lowest blood pressure, and normal.
Wow.
All around the world.
Wow.
And when they published that, the American Heart Association threatened them and said, you better retract that study or we're pulling all of our funding to the Lancet.
So it's a cartel. Because you want to have people sick, so they take medication to feel better. But the medication, have you heard, there's a fine line between medication and poison?
There is?
Yeah. It's just like a fine line between genius and a fool.
There is?
Yeah.
I wish there was a fine line between poor and super rich.
There is.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
The line right there that separates you from being rich.
Yeah.
Lives a TikTok. Ian Roberts, we talked about this one, so this is an update of a story we read. Ian Roberts, the former illegal alien superintendent of the DMC school, who was sentenced 2 years for falsely claiming to be a U.S. citizen and illegally possessing a firearm, gave an interview to the KCCI News from jail, which it wasn't supposed to do because that's not allowed. During the interview, Robert claims his decision to flee from ICE was not an attempt to evade law enforcement, while suggesting that ICE is racist for targeting people or somebody or someone who looks like me. He then lies, claiming that he legally possessed firearm despite being convicted of illegally possessing multiple firearms. This guy can't get deported fast enough.
Wow.
So yeah, so he's an illegal alien getting using false credentials to become a superintendent at a public school. Wall Street apes. This has been a conspiracy theory in Arizona gone on for years. It's called Midnight Production. In Arizona, around Phoenix, there's allegedly a shadowy group of people abducting vulnerable people, producing snuff films of real murder and torture videos and more. There are constant testimony from residents saying it's real, and even people who have lived there for decades. It's in Reddit groups, homeless groups, and there's been documentary. Is wirelessly known in the homeless community out there. It doesn't seem like a conspiracy theory to me. It seems real. So apparently there's
basically it's Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat, yes. So don't be caught in alone in Arizona. Direxo, a car company, is giving its entire workforce the day off to play Grand Theft Auto 6 on its release date. A memo says normal business operation will resume once the employees have finished at least one mission and return to reality. So this is Burger Motorsports. To all staff, customer, dealers, and partner, Burger Motorsports will be observing a temporary company-wide operation pause on Thursday, November 19, 2026. After reviewing multiple employees' scheduling conflicts, management had determined that the normal business operation may be impacted due to the release of Grand Theft Auto 6. Several team members have already notified management that they will be unavailable, unreachable, in Vice City for the duration of the day. As a result, the following departments may experience delay: customer support, order processing, shipping, engineers, social media, general productivity. Normal business operations are expected to resume once employees have completed their initial exploration, finish at least one mission, and return to reality. We appreciate your patience and understanding during this unprecedented cultural event. Sincerely, Burger Motorsports Management. And this is the cover art of the game.
Yeah, we're not getting the whole story here. Something's going on.
All right. Polymark Lululemon apologized to Chinese customer after hosting a Great Wall yoga event featuring Japanese taiko drums.
Oops.
No, it's in line with their founder who hate Asians. Hey George, did you realize that if you look, besides giving the Japanese a hard time pronouncing this name because the L's and R's are the same, changeably in Japanese language. If you kind of look at it another way, this says Law's Demon.
Oh.
Because the U and L becomes a D.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
That's unusual.
Yeah, it's poignant. SCOTUS Wire, on a 5-4 vote, the Supreme Court ruled that litigants cannot challenge a state court ruling in a federal district court while their appeal is still moving through the state system. So they looked at it and said, yeah, you can't ask for appeal a court ruling in federal if you're still appealing through the state process.
Yeah, stick in your own lane.
Yeah. In Florida, let's see. Florida court says 18-year-olds have the same gun rights. Why did you censor guns? Same gun rights as other adults. Of course, 18-year-olds are considered adults. Shall not be infringed.
Uh-oh. I guess it's one law for them and one law and same law for everybody else.
Right. Tax row. The UK government reportedly paid staff to play GTA Online as part of a project to better understand the public. Researchers found some people were more comfortable discussing their lives while putting off the heist and in-game, according to the Telegraph.
The fuck is that? The UK has time to do this?
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you imagine using taxpayer money? No, that's actually true. So, yeah, we're a researcher playing GTA Online. Yeah, we're collecting informations.
Holy smokes.
Of course, since we're on the topic of GTA, it wouldn't be right without the White House saying we really saved America before GTA 6.
Hmm.
All right. Cybersecurity. UK fined 4chan's 520,000 pounds. 4chan's lawyer replied with a picture of a hamster. Ofcom sends a bigger fine. The lawyer replied with a bigger hamster named Nigel J. Whiskerforth, dressed as Godzilla. His official legal response including the line, "The United Kingdom lost the American Revolutionary War. We are not in the mood to discuss the matter further and have not been in the mood for 250 years."
250 years. Slowly I turned, step by step, inch by inch. What am I slowly turning for?
I don't know. But Ofcom has issued nearly 5.5 million pounds in fines to tech companies, collected 55,000 pounds from one company. 4chan is in that one company, and they paid zero. So, so basically, they said the Online Safety Act took 8 years to write. Nigel J. Whiskerforth is not impressed. So basically, the attorney for 4chan's is basically trolling the UK regulator, saying, "We're an American company. You can't do squat to us. We're not in your jurisdiction."
Yep.
Declaration of memes. It's all fun and games after the graffiti stops. So, crawling through the tunnel, you'll find a shaft leading to a deep underground system. The tunnel leads in every direction. As we explore, things started to go weird. Ton of nasty sludge. We kept walking deeper. Then we found this. Oh, a nuclear silo.
Yeah.
They kept going further because why not, you know?
This reminds me of the Pyramid of Giza.
Uh-huh.
There's two ways to travel inside the pyramid, going upwards or going downwards.
Yeah.
They could have found the pillars that go for thousands of miles down the catacombs, right?
Yeah.
It would have been an easy find, except that over the years, the rock itself
Mm-hmm.
kind of merged, and the door was hidden right in front of everybody. And since they were using mallets and chisels to crack open the doorways and all that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
they ruined their access.
Ah.
So they were so close to the 1,000-meter underground caverns
Mm-hmm.
On the Pyramid of Giza. If they weren't so hard on opening the pathways.
I see.
And these guys here,
yeah,
they're a bunch of idiots. There's a reason why it's abandoned.
Yeah. Slender, Cryptic, a dog wolf man, would probably leap out and slaughter them.
Yeah.
This is where a horror film starts. A couple of kids finds an abandoned missile silo, not realizing they enter a nest of the wolf man.
Slowly, step by step,
All right.
inch by inch.
Inch by inch. Polymark, Mars is reportedly spending millions on Maha makeover for M&M's, removing artificial dyes from the candy, which is bullshit because they've been doing it with everybody else in the world, so it's not really millions of dollars.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know where to go with this one.
I don't know either. Hey, George. Alex Stein has posted up a new troll at a council meeting.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you ready for it?
Do it.
My time is up.
No
I'll be back
applause.
next week.
Nope.
Oh, by the way.
I'm
See right
listening.
here? See right here?
Yeah. Wait. Tampa. Oh, just down the street.
Yeah.
Nope. Alex Stein, followed by Mr. Hayes. Good morning, Alex. Start with your name. You have 3 minutes.
Good morning. My name's Primetime Alex Stein, and I'm here in Tampa representing the Raise Before Gays Coalition. I feel like it is ridiculous that we are spending millions of dollars for gay rights, gay pride parades, when we can't get the Del Mabry story even over the finish line. It's ridiculous. You're going to prioritize gay people instead of the great Tampa Bay Rays. And I, as a sports fan, think that it's unnecessary to put pride flags on athletes' hats, because all a pride flag symbolizes is who your sexual preference is. And I don't think sexual preference should be around children, especially sporting events. And for one, I will say that 2 gay guys can be real. They can have sex. They have an input and, whole. But 2 women cannot have sex. Being a lesbian is fake. I know it. Everybody here knows it. That is called being in a phase. When 2 gay guys kiss, that's gay. Am I right? Yes. When 2 lesbians kiss, that is a Katy Perry song. And you know who I think the biggest offender of that is Jane Castor. I don't believe that she's a real lesbian. And I mean that because all of a sudden she's a 2009 DEI hired police chief and she got the job because she likes to get freaky deaky with chicks. Well, I don't think that she should get a job because she's a sexual pervert. And we need to call that out. So this is what I'm saying. This is a great city. And I agree, we need a black mayor. My grandfather owned plantations, well, great-great-great-grandfather, and my great-great-grandmother was a slave. So I'm on both sides of the argument, so I do believe in reparations. So when I come to Tampa and I see all of these people struggling behind me...
I just have to look at it.
The look on his face, man. He goes, what does this nigger saying?
He's like, what? He's like, this man is my spirit animal. This guy knows what's up. He's trying not to laugh. He's trying to keep his right here. Same thing with the lady right there. She knows what's up. You know? Oh, man.
Continue.
Calling you out for your incompetence, and you do nothing. You sit there on your phones and disregard their struggles while you sit around and spend all of your government-earned paycheck trying to make it harder to speak at a city council meeting because you don't want to hear what the people have to say. Well, let me tell you what they have to say. They do not like the job you're doing. Jane Castor is not a real lesbian. She's doing that for clout. 2 girls can't make a baby. That's all fake and gay. And I will also say this. There's a great broadcaster by the name of Bubba the Love Sponge. He's been an icon in Tampa radio for years. I believe that he deserves a key to the city. He was best friends with Hulk Hogan, and Hulk recently passed away. Rest in peace. We love Hulk. And I would think that you would treat your legendary broadcasters like Bubba the Love Sponge with more respect. Would you treat the city and the people of the city?
Bubba the Love Sponge.
Yeah, that's a
legit thing, right?
Yeah, it is. This is Bubba the Love Sponge. Used to be on, what was it?
Oh my gosh,
98.8, the Hard Rock. That was Love Sponge.
That's too much.
Yeah, it was actually the whole. Here's the crazy thing, George. So just to sidetrack.
Go on.
The whole Hulk Hogan, right?
Yeah.
Slept with Bubba the Love Sponge's wife, right?
Okay.
Why am I bringing this incident up? Because he got recorded having sex with Bubba the Love Sponge's wife, right?
Okay.
And it was released, which is one of the reasons why Terry's marriage kind of fell apart.
All right.
But this was released by Gawker. Remember Gawker?
Yeah. The website. Yeah.
Well, they're the one who released it, and basically, Hulk Hogan sued them for evasion of privacy.
Oh, yes, I remember.
Yeah,
he won.
Yeah, and he won. And Gawker was destroyed.
Yes, I remember now.
Yes. Silas is not just a theory, it's in real life. Yes. How many silos are hidden everywhere? Tons. She's like, I went from shocked to angry, and he's like, okay, I'm just going to put my head down. I'm going to put my head down. I'm not going to laugh. I'm not going to laugh.
Disrespectfully?
He's laughing. This one is laughing back here. He's definitely laughing back here.
You let a mayor lie about her sexuality. You won't even get a stadium for the baseball team while simultaneously yelling at the people that are struggling to make ends meet.
So a little background. Basically, 2 hurricanes came back. The last hurricane, which was, I believe, Milton, destroyed the roofing on Tropicana Field for the Rays. Rays had to play at George Steinbrenner Field for a season while they repair, and St. Petersburg decided not to renew the lease with the Rays.
Wow.
And the Rays got bought out by a new owner, and now they're looking for a new stadium. They preferably want to stay in the Tampa Bay area, but if they're not able to meet with this, find a stadium, they would probably go to Orlando or another place for another city. Right now, they're currently trying to redevelop the city college, the Hillsborough College, the Dale Maverick campus, where Steinbrenner and actually the Tampa Bay Rays is already located. So we have 2 stadiums there, kind of deal, right?
These guys are just lucky bastards, aren't you?
Right. So they want to redevelop that whole area into kind of like the Atlanta Braves battery with hotels, restaurants, and an updated state-of-the-art college facility.
Yeah.
But the problem is the funding, because the city voted before this happens, like, we don't want to add any fundings to stadiums because we got burnt out by the Buccaneers Raymond James Stadium, where we paid a lot, and then the one who got all the benefits were the Buccaneers and not us.
Are the Ducks okay?
Oh, the Bucks are trying to screw this deal because they're saying, well, we need $2.8 billion for renovation for the stadium.
But what about the Ducks, man? The Ducks.
That's California. That's a hockey team.
All right.
Anaheim Ducks. You The Mighty Ducks are in California, George. We're the Lightning.
Sorry, I thought it was the Florida Ducks.
No. What Florida Ducks?
The Florida Gators?
That's a football team in North.
Oh, okay.
And that's in Gainesville, I believe.
The Tampa Bay Pythons?
That was a soccer team that no longer defunct.
Oh, okay.
And I know for a fact that this city could be great, but because of the leadership, I'm looking at you. This city will never achieve the greatness that it deserves. And while these people struggle, and Jane Castor lies about scissoring with her divorced wife and this and that, we know that.
Well,
That's all fake. That's why she's getting divorces. And if you actually look up the stats, did you know lesbians have the highest occurrence of divorce? So it's a pain in the ass.
That is actually true, statistically speaking. Same sex female marriages have the highest divorce rates of all marriage.
Yep.
Statistically true. You can look it up.
A woman. All right, thank you. That's my time.
Thank you. Mr. Hayes, followed by Carol Ann Bennett.
He was laughing. Oh, man. All right. So, end of an era, George. End of an era.
Yeah, what?
The ancient tree tied to the Robin Hood legend, Major Oak, has reportedly died after 1,200 years in Sherwood Forest, England.
That's impossible. Trees live forever. Who killed it?
I don't know. Probably the same people who are destroying things, most likely.
Sounds like a CSI episode.
Who killed the Sherwood forestry?
Yep.
All right, so a TSA announcement says, first, if you're leaving from the World Cup series, please don't pack large ranch dressings in your luggage, please.
Holy shit, that's legit.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. The second one is a new pilot program at Boston Logan International is trying to get rid of the long lines by giving customers the option to check in and go through security at an offsite location. Great then will examine the trial and exclusive look at Fox Business. So they're basically, for me, it's basically kind of like saying, hey, we're kind of trying to wind down the TSA, wean it off.
Why don't they just put a bunch of ICE agents there? Everything will sort itself out in one day.
I know, but they're stupid because it's a government. And you're dealing with people. And what's the common denominator with people? People are stupid.
Stupid.
Yeah, stupido. All right. Next up. Unusual whale. Mexico amends its constitution to cut the maximum work week from 48 to 40 hours by 2030 and gives 13.5 million workers the legal right to ignore their boss's call, messages, and email after their shift ended.
How do you think that's even possible? I mean, the cartel's going to say, you're going to work 60 hours. You're going to have no choice.
I think the reason why it's possible is because our special forces is actively hunting them down. Which is why they're able to do this, George.
Oh, they're doing the Harrison Ford movie, Patriot Games.
Exactly. All right, Clive Datstein says, I'm 99% certain that Tulsi and the ODNI is investigating the U.S.-funded biolab in Ukraine. As part of Trump's negotiation with Putin, Putin has been adamant since the beginning that they want justice for the U.S.-funded bioweapon development in Ukraine and around the world. Putin will not sign a peace deal unless this situation is addressed. It's now being addressed by the Trump administration. The ODNI investigating the biolab, combined with our steps to back out of NATO and reduce our military footprints in Europe, tells me that Putin and Trump are already operating with some level of agreement. Putin wants the biolab investigated. Trump is helping, meaning Trump will get something in return. This is a massive deal, an extremely positive sign. Yeah, this has been a negotiation in decades, Shores. This is not a, we did it in 18 months kind of deal. No. This is like, we've done this in 5-10 years situation. The MF...
Putin's just fucking with Ukraine.
Yeah. Zakhovia. We hope the U.S. authority will complete their investigation into the funding of the biological research conducted outside the country's territory and decide to make all available facts public, which is the case, and which is what Tulsi Gabbard is promising to do before she leaves office. Whether that happens or not, that's another thing, another case entirely.
Wow. With all the documents they released, you think something would happen.
Well, it probably happens, but it's all buried under thousands of pages. Right Angle News Network. UKs are refusing to reveal the identity of the man who threw a 3-year-old white child into a crocodile enclosure, referring him only as a man from Norfolk. Come on, we all know what type of guy that was.
Yeah, an asshole.
Exactly. And yes, the child was molted by the gators.
Oh, the gators didn't bow down to the kid as the new Messiah?
No.
Oh, that's too bad. Guess the gators should be watching more Disney movies.
Well, they did. They were going after the more recent Captain Hook. Colonel Talon Watkins, I spent the last 4 years explaining why they exactly wanted chaos instead of unity and why they want to screw our military. 54K veterans looking of taking care of Americans veterans from 5,000-foot view. None of this makes sense at the 5,000 view. House Democrats and House GOP have 334 bipartisan major Major START Act co-sponsor. The H2102 bill United Veterans, the TCAVA is divided them. HR 2102 Unite Dysfunctional Congress, the TCAVA divide them. Why doesn't this work? It's simple. It's simple. You know why it's simple? Because it makes them relevant. Because they have something to fix. If this works, then they have nothing to work for. They don't get to screw our veterans either. It's actually like the dumb question. Hey, why are they killing our people? You know?
Yeah.
Because they're not for us, it's for them. All right. Kuya Taka, my boy Charlie, cursed her and turned her into a land whale from beyond the grave. This is Adam Francesco. This is apparently the same woman who flashed Charlie Kirk. She reappeared in the video by Absolution Rising and said something so disgusting about Charlie. I won't repeat it here, but you can skip to the 1006 in YouTube video link in the comments to hear it yourself.
Yeah.
We're not. But look, This is her, and this is her later.
Yeah, she either blimped out because she got pregnant and all that stuff, and God bless her, or she blimped out because she's going out with guys who like fat chicks, or she blimped out because she saw a cartoon.
Oh, nose ring.
So she saw a cartoon where Bugs Bunny or Daffy Duck, blow their thumb and they become a balloon and they can fly, into the air.
Yeah.
With the greatest of ease.
Yep. Eric, President Trump personally supports retired U.S. Marine James Capers Jr., 88, and awards him the Medal of Honor. Incredible moment.
Sound.
There's sound.
The President of the United States, in the name of the Congress, takes pleasure in presenting the Medal of Honor to...
My gosh, look at that gold on that guy's chest.
United States Marine.
This is a badass.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
This is a badass. This is not your TV general. This is an actual badass.
Yeah, this guy's what do you call it? Captain America, man.
Yeah.
Right there. The life experience this guy had. Wow. And he stood for the president when he should have been in a wheelchair.
Yeah. He was going to get that award standing up. Overdue for that award, so congratulations, sir.
Yeah.
You earned it so many times, we don't even know how. We don't know in what ways and what form.
The life the guy lived.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, thank you to Lurkers and Bots. Thank you to the chat. Thank you to Blonde Goth Girl. George, what's your final thoughts?
Yeah, sorry for being late. Order something from Amazon. Said, oh yeah, that's only like four stops away from you. 3 stops away from you. 2 stops away from you. Waited for the longest time. And then, just when I thought everything was going to go cuckoo, it said, oh, by the way, the driver has a few more stops to do. Son of a gun. And next thing you know, he's dropping the package off as that notice came in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, Amazon was trolling me.
Yep. All right. With that, thank you, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for more. Until then, be safe.
I believe that together we can make America great again. I believe that together we can make America great.